Welcome back to the Oracle Scroll. Today we're discussing wisdom. Hi, I'm Kevin Walder, your host for the Oracle Scroll. And today we're looking at card number 49, Wisdom. Wisdom, wow, that can mean many things, depending on your point of view, perhaps. Probably the one thing that I see that gets confused sometimes is knowledge. And I've often repeated a saying that says basically knowledge is always for sale. No matter what you want to learn, no matter what craft you might want to take up, or any other kind of exercise that you may want to do, whether it be cooking or sewing or whatever, there's a lesson out there for you. There are people who will teach you. There are people who will impart the knowledge that you will need in order to complete your project. But that is not wisdom. Wisdom is something quite different than knowledge. Knowledge just requires a knowing of the way around the particular raw materials and how they are going to fit together in a proper fashion. Wisdom is understanding how those particular steps add up to a finished product that is far beyond the sum of its parts. Wisdom, someone pointed out one time that a real kind of analogy that would set wisdom apart is understanding that technically a tomato is a fruit. That's knowledge. Understanding that a tomato doesn't belong in a fruit salad, that's wisdom. So here we are, we're faced with abundant knowledge everywhere. And as is clearly evident in our society today, wisdom does not naturally follow. We have to be ready to put those pieces of knowledge to work in our own lives. It's often assumed that wisdom comes with age. In fact, I think that's a saying somewhere. We hear that a lot. Wisdom comes with age. Wisdom comes with practice. Wisdom comes with experience. But it is not guaranteed. And we have fine examples of that surrounding us every day. Just take a stroll through any social media platform and you'll see what I mean. There are people of all age groups who have never, ever put together the knowledge necessary for them to actually exercise wisdom. Wisdom is understanding exactly how things work together and how things might be adjusted and shifted in order to make them a more productive finished product. That's why wisdom is such an important part of our spiritual lives. We have to be able to discern what is just knowledge, what's just know-how, what is just being able to follow a recipe, perhaps. Wisdom is understanding that you can substitute, or you might be able to adjust in another way. You may be able to pull things together in a way that might has never been tried before, perhaps. That's wisdom. That's when you understand what you are working with. There's another old saying that says, I don't understand all I know about it. That's a perfect way to look at wisdom. And there are many times when we will look at a vast area where we have a lot of knowledge that we've collected over years of research, years of looking at things in a way that is critical. We have collected immense amounts of knowledge, but we may not yet have achieved the wisdom to put that knowledge to work. So that is where we are with this particular card. Now, this card is number 49 in this little deck, and if you were to extrapolate that out numerologically, it adds up to being a 4. 4 is a perfect number for wisdom because it comes after the work. The work has been pretty much put together and done, buttoned up. And the 4 gives us a chance to set back, take a look, understand where we are, and be able to decide how we are going to adjust and shift in order to go forward. That is where wisdom comes in. That is where wisdom happens. It's a deeper understanding. And that is something we all need to achieve. So how do we go about acquiring wisdom? I mean, obviously, knowledge is easily acquired. But wisdom is something we have to grow ourselves. We can't buy it off the shelf. We can't order it from Amazon. We have to grow that within ourselves. It's kind of like growing our own vegetables. That's where wisdom comes from. It wells up from every thinking area of our lives, from our brain, our heart, and our gut. It pulls all of us into the process of processing all the knowledge we've acquired. So that's our homework. What is that one thing, or maybe there's multiple things, that you could honestly say, I don't understand all I know about it? How would you go about pulling that together and actually feeling like you have achieved wisdom over that particular subject? It's an interesting concept. So let's see how that works for us. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Oracle Scroll. Please visit my website at kevinwalder.com, where you can purchase any of the services that I offer. Also, check out my books, Tarot for Lunch, Lessons from the Cards, and 22 Teachers, Healing Lessons from the Major Arcana. Both are available now at amazon.com. And most importantly, never miss another episode. Click below, click the subscribe button and the bell to make sure you're always up to date.